Hi everyone, greetings. Today I have very important guest, Dr. Aparna. She is a freelance medical writer. That's not only thing. She has a background of MBBS, and now just imagine she is a proud medical writer, and she is her own boss because she has made into the freelance medical writing. And today's the whole guidance is on that how if you have a wish to start your career as a freelancing in a medical writing, then these tips and tricks which will be shared by Dr. Aparna, they are going to be very very useful. And the end I will also leave the contact of her because she is also doing a coaching and hand to hand holding if you need, right? So my it's my pleasure and honor, Dr. Aparna, to you have on my channel once again. I mean, you are such a my good friend, and a warm welcome to a channel,
Thank
and a very much appreciative of your time that you took a time to come for this interview or a session, and then you are open to share the knowledge with upcoming budding writers, right? So my lot of appreciation from heart. So warm welcome. So my first question to you, Dr. Parna, is that may I request you to introduce yourself to audience?
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Dr. Aparna, and I am an MBBS graduate. I've also done my post graduation in healthcare administration, and after that, I shifted to medical writing, and I did that for a while. So I'm a freelance medical writer, and I also provide coaching to other aspiring medical writers. So that's about me.
Yeah, that's great to know. So one is that you have very strong background, academic background, Dr. Panna. It's like a dream of many Indians, right?
I think
Yeah,
most if you talk
yeah,
to Indian doctor.
yeah. So how you thought, when you see as a see any doctor, how you
Yeah.
made your mind instead of going into practice,
Yeah.
rather than choosing unconventional path for doctor to be a medical writer.
Yeah, so I have a very strong reason for that. So my
Mhm,
thing is that I'm a first generation doctor, and
mhm,
no one in my family is a doctor, right? So on my parents' ki side pe and on my maternal like paternal both sides, nobody is a doctor, right? So I don't have my own established hospital or clinic that I can go and start my business. And if I
mhm,
want to start my own clinic or hospital, I would need capital, right?
mhm,
To set up a hospital, you need at least minimum 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, depending on what is the, how much infrastructure you're like, you want to have. Right. So
mhm,
I was like, okay, at the situation presently, like it is not possible for me because I don't have that much access to the capital. Right. So I was like, what is it that I can start? That is like that it's going to have like a zero startup cost. Right.
mhm.
So if
Then
you
medical writing.
yeah, so if you look at medical writing, you need a laptop
Hmm.
and you need internet connection and you need your brain. So I
Hmm.
have all of that.
Yeah, yeah. And then amazing thing, just one point I wanted to add from my side is what is my experience with medical writing, that when you're working on these complex document, you learn a lot during that process. So otherwise, if you want to read that much stuff, you are unable to read. But
Yeah.
on a default setting, when you're working on some document, you have to. So that's the pretty good side of a medical writing.
Yes, it's
And
lovely.
it's
You read
lovely. Yeah.
you're reading the latest medical literature. Like, what could be better than that? I think it's a very
Yes.
underappreciated aspect of this, clinical research and medical writing domain.
Correct, correct. So you decided, and you shared a very good story that that's why you decided that this you can start just with the laptop from your home. Then what was your first step? Why I'm asking is that lot many newcomers. The aim
Yeah.
here is today to guide the newcomers, right? So what was your first step? What you have done that you can say that it triggered a thought in your mind and you just started working on that.
Yes, so I'll give you the exact thing that I did, like
Hmm.
exactly what I did. I was looking on Udemy, okay, what
Hmm.
kind of side hustle that I can use my medical knowledge. I do not want to waste, it took me so many
Yeah.
years to
Yeah, yeah.
get that
Hard work.
information inside my head, all the medical information inside my head, and I do not want to waste it, obviously, right?
Mhm.
So I found a course on freelance medical writing by there is this educator on Udemy. Her name is Emma Hitt Nichols.
Hmm.
Found her course, and I went through her entire Udemy course, and she has a chapter key how you use LinkedIn to get clients. Okay,
Ah.
yeah, she covers that, or how to use excuse me, use LinkedIn to get clients, right? So she was like, okay, send 100 outbounds, figure out the names and emails of the people that you think can be your potential clients or customers, put them in a spreadsheet, start sending outbound. That's the first thing, that's outbound lead generation. Second thing you can do is to start organic marketing, right? You talk about medical writing, you create educational post, you create informational post, you create promotional post, talking about yourself that I, yes, I am a freelance medical writer, right? You make a mock portfolio, right? Even if you have never worked with a client, somehow you have to start, right? Someone has to give you the first, right? So
Yeah.
how do you get the first first client? So how you get that is you create a mock portfolio, you write a few blogs, you create a slide deck, you put them on your website, or you put them on LinkedIn, right? So that when someone, and you're doing organic marketing, and you, as well as you're doing outbound, which is collecting emails of the people who can be potential, sending them, going through all the, sending them your all of that, the process entire, right? You're doing both of that, right? So I feel like if you do that like very strictly, I think you're gonna get, you know,
Hmm. So
just like
you said rightly that
hmm.
you have approached these two methods to get the client, because getting a client is very good thing.
Yeah,
My another point is that getting client is important, but at the same time having skills, there are certain skills those are I mean must needed. You don't have any excuse to be a medical writer.
yeah,
What you have done to attain those skills, that okay, I wanted to be medical writer. We are
yeah,
not born as a medical writer, and in our universities and colleges we are not taught in that way that you can understand, right? Our
yeah,
focus is more on a technical side. So
yeah.
what you on side by side you were trying to get the clients on a
Mhm,
similar line, how you upgraded yourself, which
mhm.
helped you to pitch to those clients. You got that confidence that I'm a medical writer, I can pitch to this client.
Your writing skills
Hmm.
get better. You write a lot.
Hmm.
You get feedback from the
Hmm.
people, friends, colleagues, anybody who is willing to give you feedback.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's one way of doing it. How do you learn writing skills? You try to learn from courses, or you try to learn from YouTube. So
Hmm.
because writing is a skill, right? So you have to be really good at writing.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
and another thing is that you have to be good at medical jargon, which I was 100% at. So I had no issues with that, because MBBS में they, they
Hmm.
you have to study so much that
Yeah, yeah, true
yeah.
that. Hmm.
So that was not an issue. Excuse me. The only thing that I had to get better at was marketing myself
Hmm.
as a freelancer,
Yeah,
because
got.
yeah, that is something that nobody is, there is no course or
So
something.
you also as a freelancer, see, when there are two ways. When I'm see doing a job as a medical writer, the process is uh, I apply, get it interviewed, and get
Mhm.
a job. Now on job, whatever work they are giving to me, I am doing it, right?
Yeah.
So there are two things happening. I am learning also, but I am getting things done, but I am a salaried employee, right?
Yes.
But you, when you are, and for when I want to get a job or wanted to change, my CV talks for me, right? So
Hmm.
now for you as a freelancer,
Hmm.
so you said your portfolio that
Yes.
talks for you,
Yeah.
right? So now if this is my first year that now I wanted to start as a medical writer, how, what suggestion you would like to say that give to the audience, that how you can build a portfolio? Like I know they can't do overnight, but
Mhm.
there might be a suggestion like this you can do first and second and third.
Yeah. So first thing, study as much as you can about medical writing. There are so
Hmm.
many things available on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot.
Free. Free.
Yeah. So you will get a hang of, all the jargon, right? You will
Hmm.
understand what are the different, and
Hmm.
then you start creating different types of content pieces around that.
Hmm.
You can do, you can create a video, You can
Hmm.
create a carousel post. You can create slide deck, PowerPoint
Hmm.
presentation. You can write blogs.
Hmm.
If you have all of that, I don't see how someone will not, agree to, like, you have written yourself it, like you're writing all of that yourself, right?
Yes, yes,
This
yes.
is what you get. You have to, in the job as well, you have to create a CME slide deck.
Yeah.
Have written blogs also, website,
Hmm.
right? So if I'm creating a mock portfolio, sure, I might not have worked with the previously with the client because I'm just starting, but I
Hmm.
have this mock portfolio. If you give me a chance, initially I'm ready to work for free because I want that testimonial.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
First to one or three clients.
Hmm. Got it, got it. So basically you have to showcase your writing, and aside that, that's my opinion, but you can also share your thoughts. I'll
Uh-huh.
say that writing on LinkedIn is very underestimated but very powerful tool. Reason is,
Yeah,
no one is judging you even if you're
yeah.
doing a mistake, and
Uh-huh.
over a LinkedIn the overall community is very supportive.
Yes,
So
yes.
if someone is having lot of fear that
Mhm.
how to start, I
Yeah.
always tell them start
Mhm.
with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
The low risk, lowest risk
Yeah,
is,
yeah, it's like it's very lucky to have access to a platform like that.
yeah, because you also might have experienced by yourself that there are people don't pull you down, that this is
Yeah.
wrong, you
Oh,
should, you have done wrong, it's incorrect. No, I mean
and
overall.
also, starting, you're not like a huge, you don't have 50K followers on LinkedIn. If you start,
Yes.
you have like 10 or 20, they are maybe, your colleagues or whatever. So
Hmm.
why not?
And LinkedIn is a very powerful tool at for both things. One is to get the client, and
Yeah.
second is if you need some guidance, people
Yeah.
out there are ready to help. Just see how we met. We met by LinkedIn only, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
since then, we
So
we are
I
selling such.
because you're talking about LinkedIn, so I want to share some. Sorry for interrupting, but this is, you won't
Yeah.
believe, I have now international clients, which I had never imagined. And
Hmm.
yesterday I was speaking with a coaching client.
Hmm.
She was from Egypt, and I've never
Okay.
been to Egypt, and it was such a huge thing. Like LinkedIn has so
Hmm.
much. You can connect with people from all over the world. I have a coaching client who's MD Pharmac. He's in the UK, and
Oh.
he underwent my coaching program. Right.
Hmm.
I have a client and she is from Finland. So
Hmm.
imagine, I never could have imagined that I can just be sitting in my hometown, which is Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, and talking to Finland
Globally. Hmm.
globally. Yeah, globally.
Hmm.
Like, it's lovely if you, it saves, like, it's
Hmm.
lovely. The exposure is amazing, right? So I think if you can use LinkedIn strategically, you can have exposure to global audiences and connect with global medical writers as well.
Yeah, that's great. Even I just wanted to share with everyone, medical writing field is the global field.
Yeah.
It's not like related to India and Europe. It will be different. It is same. So just that is a message. And
And you can get clients for writing projects from UK and US as well. You just have to
yes.
figure out the logistics, like how it's
Hmm.
going to work, the payment methods, because
Hmm.
these are the frictions that are there.
Yeah, I'm coming to that only. So
Um,
now, yeah. So you are working as a freelancer medical writer, right? So you are saying that you have a global presence, and I have seen your journey. I have witnessed your journey, right?
you have helped me
So
be part of it. Thank you.
yeah, because how you started and how you scaled it up and all that. So now just also wanted to check with you that how you handle different projects. So as a medical writer, freelance medical writer, there can be lot of waves, ups and downs. Like 1 month there is a lot of work,
Yeah.
another month that may be possible no work, and
Yeah.
client has expectations.
Yes.
So how you set the expectation that it will not disturb your relationship.
Mhm.
Plus, any time you wanted to project yourself as position as yourself as that next work they should be giving to you only,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Recurring client. So
So there's
how
a lot
how
of,
you do
huh.
first and second part.
Right. So the relationship part, I'm single now, and I
Hmm.
just have to talk to my parents and my sister. So I'm completely dedicated to building my career
Hmm.
because it's very important for me. My career
Hmm.
has always been very important for me. When I
Hmm.
used to get 92%, I got 92% into our 12th class, and I
Hmm.
cried like anything because I was hoping to get 95 and get into the
Oh.
top board examination. So I'm a bit, competitive and like hyper career oriented types.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the relationship part is like career is my priority at
Hmm.
present.
Hmm.
Building
Hmm.
myself, the personal brand, the business is my priority right now. So
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
second thing is the expectation and getting the client back again.
Yes.
Deliver excellent work.
Hmm.
Why not the clients will come back to you?
No, no, my question is also part of my question. Suppose in a month you have lot many projects to handle.
Yeah,
How you handle, uh,
yeah.
how you approach all that?
You're
It's
talking
kind
about
of
the
a project management part because
yeah,
in
yeah,
companies we are having a project manager. If
yeah. Now,
I'm having a lot of work, maybe they
mhm,
will assign to my colleague. But when
yeah,
you're your own boss, that's
yeah, yeah.
not possible,
Two things.
right?
We spoke about two things: the project management aspect, and
Hmm.
second was the feast
Uh,
and famine. Got it.
yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The project management aspect of this is that you just have to be self motivated, because no one is
Hmm.
coming here to grow my business or for me to grow as a coach or grow as a freelancer. It's up to me. It's
Hmm.
my career is my responsibility. It's not
Yeah.
anybody else's. It's my thing. I
Hmm.
build my career, right?
Hmm.
So the project management aspect, you can use different productivity hacks, time management hacks, all of those.
All
And
right. But
yeah,
it's manageable, right? It's very pretty
I
much.
I have been managing it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think
All right,
yeah,
all right. And second thing is,
yeah.
second thing is who.
Feast and famine. Yeah, the
Wait,
feast and famine thing. Yeah. So sometimes you get a lot of work and sometimes you don't. That was the
hmm,
question.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So how you deal with that is that you save the money that you get. Please do
yes,
not spend all of it.
uh,
Don't go and buy all the like, iPhone and whatever, shoes, clothes.
uh,
Save that money. Okay.
yeah.
Best advice. And keep doing your marketing.
Keep yes.
Keep at it.
Hmm. So that's a good share. I mean, you are really giving us complete transparent insight to your
I love
business.
honesty. I love transparency. It's like the core value that I have as a person. So
Correct, correct. So my another thing is that you are working on your document by yourself,
yeah.
and in case client has a feedback, sometime
Mm,
it happens, right?
yeah.
Even in the companies happen that client has certain feedback. So
Yeah.
how you handle that? Would you say that yes, I will correct it, I will
Yeah.
reset the expectation? How you handle that when you send your final document to a client and sometime they send you the comments or a feedback?
If you feel that the comment is valid and there is
Hmm.
a chance of improvement,
Hmm.
you do the changes that are required.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, this has happened with me. They paid 70% because they felt that the quality is not there.
Yeah. So basically you handle both the things, right? You
You
keep
have to learn
keep yourself on. Yeah.
to handle everything. Na? Matlab,
Hmm. So
now,
now coming to a payment part.
yeah,
As you said that you are working as a global medical writer. It's not
yeah.
like you are just working for India or
Hmm.
UK and US. Then
Yeah.
how you invoice for your work,
Oh
right?
yes,
So
that's
do you take 50% in advance or 50% later? What are first cover this, then we will also take the payment method. So first you cover this, how you take the payment.
yeah. So basically, what you can do, a lot of people will ask for writing test or samples, right?
Hmm.
So when you're starting, it's fine to just do the writing test if you don't even have a portfolio. If they're
Hmm.
asking for that, then that's a valid thing to ask for.
Hmm.
And if they like the sample, if they like your portfolio, you can
Hmm.
ask 10%, 20%, like before starting the project, so they don't get into any kind
Hmm.
of conflict.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
all. Mhm.
Okay, okay. So that's how you handle it. Yeah, I guess writing sample is the very pretty much common, right?
Yeah.
So a second thing is that now because you are handling global people, how you
Mhm.
accept the payment? Like India, I know UPI works,
PayPal.
and for foreign clients, like how you handle the payments.
PayPal and direct bank transfer also works. Or Stripe is also there.
Okay, okay. So another thing is like from a writer perspective, that
Mhm.
suppose you have delivered some work to some client,
Uh,
then is, have you ever experienced that someone is not paid to you, or
yeah,
it's okay,
that
it's
happen. Yeah, that happens a lot actually.
oh,
So
oh,
one MD Pharma, he took my PPT and he told me that I asked him ki when I'm gonna get the
payment.
yeah. So the thing is that he said ki, it will be given to you when it is accepted, and then he never came back to me. So I just guessed it. He might have put his name and like,
Hmm.
took out my name and put his name in the slide deck and maybe give it forwarded it.
So why I asked you question, because when you work in companies, contract research organization, they sign a legal contract. So
Contract. Yeah.
as a freelance medical writer, do you sign some document before taking up the work? Like, I know these things happened initially because you are new, you are trying to set yourself, right?
Yeah.
So now, as you are progressing in this journey, do you
Mhm.
sign some legal document so that because you
Mhm.
have done a hard work, one should not keep your money?
Yes, absolutely. You should do it. I'm trying to figure out myself because I'm new to this. So if you can help me how to create that document, that would be very helpful.
Okay, we'll speak later then. So just for all the medical writers, just if they wanted to avoid this situation, always sign a kind of an agreement with the client before you
And
take up the work. As
uh,
of now, if you don't have a template, if you don't
mhm,
have anything, take a
mhm.
confirmation via email, so
Okay.
that you have something
Very
in a
good.
writing, so that
Mhm.
they can't deceive you. So
Yeah.
they pay you well. So
Thank you so
that's
much. See, I learned every single time I learn so much from you. Thank you.
yes, yeah. And then another thing from my side is that if you wanted to share with the community is that you keep on marketing yourself, you
Yeah.
have these payment methods sorted out.
Yeah.
Just to, now I also know that you are new, you are not very well established or extremely experienced, you're
Yeah.
finding your ground. How much a freelance medical writer can make in a month? Just an average, just an
Now I
average.
have. Yeah. So initially, when I started, I was very hesitant to hire. Because
Hmm.
I'm young. I'm just 32.
Hmm.
I just turned 32 very
Hmm.
recently. So when I started, I was pretty young. So I had never started any kind of business at all. I was just in the academics mein pura I was focused. So I had
Hmm.
no idea ki how that is done. So I was like, okay, I'm not sure how I can hire, how I can outsource, how I can delegate all of that. But now I have hired someone to
Hmm.
take
Hmm.
care of the marketing and all that. So the burden has
Okay.
reduced a lot.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying that how much earning you can make as
In,
a freelance medical writer on an average or a range.
mm,
Even the person who just started within in two, just like 2 years back only, just
you can make from 30K to 1 lakh rupees.
as on
Now,
how. Hmm.
30,000 INR to 1 lakh rupees INR, and then you can scale it even more. But
Hmm.
how to scale is you hire, you
Hmm.
build comms agency, and you try to grow the agency. Because
Hmm.
as a human being, like you have 24 hours in a day, how much can you work?
Hmm.
So a lot of
Yeah.
people do agency, a setup to scale.
Got it. So now you are in a position where you are trying to position yourself as
As
a
a,
agency, right? You are hiring more people who are doing
yeah,
marketing for you, and
yeah,
that. So on a technical side, to be a freelancer medical writing writer, one important question from my side is, um, there are maybe the time that you get demotivated, or you uplift yourself that no, this is my passion, I wanted to do it.
I do not get demotivated usually. So that's
Okay.
just my personality. I flop. So
Got
see,
it, got.
motivation is like an emotion, right? So I don't
Hmm.
think that anybody should be depending on an emotion to put food on the table.
Hmm. Got it. Got it. You are strong minded.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
And another thing is that all the medical writers, I participate in lot many academic webinars and other type of webinars. One of the topmost questions that is coming my way is, I'm very much interested in medical writing.
Hmm.
uh how to start? I often tell them, write diary, write,
Yeah.
do anything. I know
See,
you write a lot. I know you write a lot on a LinkedIn.
yeah,
uh, how you can keep on writing every day on a LinkedIn? Any advice so that people can just get started?
yes. Now you have access to all the AI tools.
Hmm.
Build a second brain.
Hmm.
Get all your ideas in a piece of paper or on any digital tool. Google
Hmm.
Doc, Hello,
Hmm.
Notion.
Hmm.
There is an Obsidian. There is another one called Cortex, uh,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
which is like an software that you can use to get ideas.
Hmm.
You decide on a time ki half an hour or 1 hour I'm gonna write. I'm gonna jot down all my ideas. I'm
Hmm.
just gonna write all of that, right? And my number one advice is, rather than keeping all the writings to yourself, you start posting on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
I
And
have seen
don't get
any,
fear. Hmm.
yeah, fear, yeah. When you start writing, yeah, it's a bit क्या कहते हैं, जैसे कि when you have started YouTube, right? It must
Hmm.
have felt a little ki, oh, I'm learning new skill. I might get some hate comments. YouTube video में
Yes,
people
yes.
and all of that. Especially with women, it happens a lot. You
Hmm.
know, right? But you have to get yourself out of your comfort zone. As I said,
Yes.
you're the one responsible for putting food on the table for yourself, for the family. You have a family, so
Yes,
think
yes.
about them. If your family is not putting hate comments on your writing and on your YouTube video, then it's fine.
Correct, correct. So basically, your idea is to put collate all the thoughts and
Yeah.
take the help of AI tools
Yeah,
and
now
keep
you can.
on. Hmm.
We both didn't have. Like, you have been a medical writer for a very long time. And when I
Yes,
started, the AI was not in the scene at all.
yeah. It was not a in a scene. Now, even in day to day life,
Yeah.
as a freelancer, are you using any AI tool to check on a grammar, sentence structure?
Yes, I do that a lot because it's actually very good. You can
Mm-hmm.
get so many ideas for posting on LinkedIn. You just give it a proper, like a very good prompt. You just say, I am an aspiring freelance medical writer. I want to market myself and position myself on LinkedIn. Can you suggest me 10 LinkedIn post ideas? Just give the
Hmm.
prompt to any AI tool. ChatGPT is the most popular one. There is another one.
Yeah.
Can't remember the. Yeah, there are many, right? So you read
There are many these days.
yeah, so I yeah, so you just read those, right?
Mhm.
And you like refine it.
Correct, correct.
That's the It can give you a very good rough first draft, right? It can give you that, the first piece. Yeah.
Yeah, so the crux is that you have
Uh,
to do the writing. Do it
I
by any way. Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing
So
is कि अभी तो AI is not at that level. वहाँ पे human element is always going to be there because it makes a lot of mistakes as well.
yeah,
Hallucination is
yeah.
a huge problem. Yeah.
Check is needed. Check is
Yeah.
needed. Yeah. So that's like pretty much from from a freelance medical writing, and I know that now you have started your coaching as well, right?
Yeah.
So you are guiding people that how
Yeah.
they can also be a freelance medical writer. So
Yeah.
can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so basically, I was like, I have so much information and so much knowledge now, and I
Hmm.
see a lot of people, there is this marketing concept that I learned from my business coach. He was
Hmm.
like, who's your target audience? When you are
Hmm.
creating content, it's just 2 or 3 years.
Hmm.
आपका जो younger version है, ठीक है,
Hmm.
आप किस चीजों से struggle कर रहे थे? What were the things कि you were struggling? So I was struggling with all the things that I'm teaching inside my course.
Yeah.
I was just struggling. I didn't know how to use LinkedIn. I didn't know what is marketing. I didn't know what was personal branding. I didn't know how to set up a LLC. All of that.
And now your LinkedIn is, I love it. I mean,
Thank you.
that time
Actually,
you were asking me, but now even is like it is always so good to see your
so
post.
I teach all of that. I teach how
Hmm.
to make LinkedIn carousels. I'm
Hmm.
also now starting how video marketing can be included in that as well. So
Hmm.
and next thing, as the more AI tools are keep coming up in the market, so we have to upgrade ourselves as well. So it's like,
Correct. Correct.
so that also I'll have to be including. as we move forward.
So, following the video, I will leave your contact, right?
Hmm.
So, for our audience in a description, that if they wanted to get in touch with you for a coaching or a
Yeah,
guidance, right?
yeah,
Or you can also tell them, that they can directly get in touch with you via LinkedIn as well, right? It's not just
yeah,
limited to the
yeah.
contacts mentioned in a description, right? They
Yeah,
can reach out.
my name is Aparna. You can just search Aparna Gurdiwal on LinkedIn. Check out the free content. Read the free content. I'm
Hmm.
so confident about my free content that if you just scroll pura, matlab
Hmm.
down pura, like if you just scroll down pura LinkedIn, I have 4,000 followers now. The free content that I'm putting is good enough for you to get started. It's good enough for you to earn a very good income.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So the idea is that only, see, I don't mind to, I'm just sharing my thoughts only,
yeah,
that I
yeah.
don't mind to spend on a thing which will help me to
Help.
make more money. Because,
Yes.
anyways, we spend so much on
Yeah.
clothes, jewelry,
See,
and
when
all
you
that.
watch,
Yeah.
see, the only reason is information asymmetry, right? And a
Hmm.
coach can like make the process faster for you. I
They
am
can
working with a
make a story. So story,
yeah,
what will come first, second, third, fourth,
yeah,
like this
yeah,
video is, this is an introduction to freelance who wanted to
yeah,
start, take out the
mhm,
hesitation. But if they
yeah,
wanted to see step by step, they can take
yeah.
a hand holding from you, right? So
There's a lot of things that I include inside my coaching, right? I'll personalize them, I'll customize them. I will like literally handhold them, get on a call when they get stuck, share
hmm,
my screen, and like literally tell them, "Okay, here, this is a mistake. This is what we can be, what can be done to improve." And a lot of people have started getting inbound leads as well, which is my focus because I
hmm,
focus very heavily on organic marketing and building a personal brand so that
hmm.
you're not in that situation where you're applying for jobs and you're getting rejected because that happens a lot in medical writing. It's pretty
Yeah,
competitive.
yeah. So in India, I'll tell you what is the situation is. A,
Mhm.
organizations, they need very good medical writer. They are
Yeah.
always short on medical writer.
Mhm.
Second, they are facing a problem. People are not skilled. That is
Yeah.
direct feedback. They take
Mhm.
even 6 months, 8 months to fill one position. The reason
Mhm.
is people are applying.
Mhm.
They are taking interviews. But
Yeah.
when they're assessing them,
Yeah.
they find that they don't have the skills. So I'll
Mhm.
say that if you can spend 1 or 2 months on you, and these
Yeah.
skills are, that they're very easy
Yeah.
to pick. It's not
Yeah.
like you can't learn, right?
Yeah.
So that's a great, that if you're doing, I'll leave a all the details in a description so that people can get in touch with you. Now, the final question for you is that how you see freelance marketing, medical writing marketing in India.
Mhm.
Is it is going to be big, or how it is?
See, the market, like what the Google says, the
Hmm.
data that I have, it is a growing market because
Hmm.
obviously drugs will be coming
Hmm.
always, right? So as long as
Yeah.
we have new drugs coming up in the market, there will be a there they have to go through the drug development process, right? So
Hmm.
there will be a need of medical writer. New startups, healthcare startups will always be coming up, right? People will need content for their websites, for whatever educational, for the academics as well.
Hmm.
So because healthcare is like it is related to healthcare, it's still a healthcare occupation, right? And
It
healthcare is
is.
it will always be needed as long as there are humans on the planet.
Yes, yes. So that's a great, way to put in. I mean, so that idea is to give people a thought that there is a lot of scope, and if
Yeah,
they are ready to upskill themselves, they can
yeah,
also be a medical writer.
yeah.
And the best thing is they can do it from the comfort of their home.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
work remotely, so it's a very a wonderful thing. Like it was not this
It
kind
is
of career.
exceptional. It is
Yeah,
not just wonderful, it's just exceptional that
yeah, and
you
I
can
am
work
working.
remotely.
Yeah, I am working with global clients. I never
Hmm.
could have imagined this when I was in school. I had
Hmm.
no exposure.
Yes, yes. So that's it, Dr. Aparna. Thank you so much. And, thank you so much for sharing all the knowledge that you have for a freelance medical writing. This type of video is not available on internet, especially for India, that
Yeah.
people wanted to start as a medical writer, how they can just get going. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thanks so much that you took the time out from your busy schedule and shared your
I have
all.
a lot to learn from you. You are the
Yeah.
seniors. You still
Yeah,
correct me.
yeah, anytime, anytime.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
my pleasure. So thank you so much. Wish you a good evening. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.